Victoria Coast Guard Radio, Victoria Coast Guard Radio. This is RCM-SAR 29, RCM-SAR 29, far off.
RCM-SAR 29, Victoria.
Have you ever wondered, when you're out on the water and something goes wrong, who comes to your rescue?
The next hour, we'll be operating in the Slag Point, Ladysmith Harbor area.
We're here at Ladysmith Marina, and we are with RCM-SAR. And you want to tell us what that stands for?
The organization is called RCM-SAR, that's Royal Canadian Marine Search and Rescue. And it's a volunteer organization that has over 40 different stations like this one up and down the coast. So you have volunteers in the communities that provide marine search and rescue 24 hours a day, all year round. Lots of dedicated people who are out there to help boaters and people in trouble on the water.
Formerly known as the Coast Guard Auxiliary, the group operates 2 boats.
It's about 16 years old. She's a Zodiac and twin 150 outboards. It's been in service in this area for that long period of time and been involved in many, many missions, I think several hundred.
Everybody loves the responder. She's got a great history here, from towing to helping boats that have hit the rocks to medical emergencies and everything in between. Wow, so she's got quite the history.
Mm-hmm, she does.
Yeah, and a lot of life-saving, I guess, eh?
Yes, yeah.
The boat is currently waiting for a refit. She needs new electronics and a few more updates to make her more viable. So you're going to keep her going?
We're going to keep her going, and we're going to try and get some new engines and some new electronics for her.
Size of that motor. Look at those 2 motors. Holy smoke, that's 300 horsepower back there. That might be impressive, but it's nothing compared to the new Community Spirit, who's packing a whopping 500 horsepowers. The group purchased the vessel in 2014 after extensive fundraising. This allows the group to get to where they need to fast. Unit 29 is one of the busiest units in the region. They cover the area from Dardanelles to Crofton, basically the northern Gulf Islands.
We're all tasked by the Joint Rescue Coordination Center.
Right, yes.
So if Nanaimo's off doing something, we might get sent up here.
The unit works 24/7, 365 days a year, making sure boaters are safe.
Mandatory that everybody wear helmets. And we have personal flotation devices, PFDs, and we have each crew member has a vest that they wear.
With the addition of the new boat in 2014, they found that their current boathouse was just a little too tight. So after a little bit of fundraising and a lot of help from the community, they've moved into a bigger site. The new boathouse is going to allow them to have lots of room for their boats, plus upstairs they'll have their wonderful classroom facilities. One cool feature is the boat sits on a hydraulic launch. Yeah.
Down it goes.
Down she goes. Look at that. She's starting to sink right now. I want one of these.
So we have a chart plotter here,
Uh-huh.
which shows our position. And when this comes up, this will be a radar.
So how fast can this one go?
About 40 knots.
So it's the same as the other one.
Yeah, they both do about 40 knots.
So you said we're going to go about 40 knots here once he gets to speed?
Between 30 and 40.
Between 30 and 40. That's what 40 knots looks like. Hang on, because it's gonna be a ride. Now, if you enjoy going out on the water, if you have an aptitude for boats, and you'd like to learn a bit about basic boating, navigation, you may want to give this organization a try. They could use your help. And you never know, you could be part of saving somebody's life.
Go straight ahead, Brian.
15 feet.
15 feet.
They won 5 feet.
10 feet.
10 feet.
5 feet.
Okay, holding there.
Members meet once a week, and first aid, of course, plays a huge role in their training. It's a good feeling to know that these volunteers are keeping our water safe.
Port side 2.
As we returned to the base at Ladysmith Marina, a deadhead was spotted in the water.
Okay, you're gonna have to direct me because, okay, now I got it.
We pulled over to mark the deadhead, another way of keeping boaters just a little safer.
Ladysmith is an amazing place. The way the community comes forward and supports people, it's incredible. The amount of volunteerism here and public activity and support for community relationships and for things like safety in the community is extremely impressive.
Crew members are needed, especially if you live within 15 to 20 minutes of Ladysmith Marina.
There's a big commitment, in the sense of commitment to training in terms of the time that has to be put in, and a commitment to be on call day or night.
I joined last September. There were 5 of us who started as a new crew class last September. And it takes about 8 months to a year to go through the initial training. So we start off as recruits and new crew, and then after about 8 months to a year, we become regular crew. It's a wonderful organization, very supportive for new members, very little pressure, really good team spirit. And you learn so many new skills also, so if you have a boat already, it really benefits you.
I had fairly extensive sailing experience before I came here, but I've learned a lot just from joining this organization.
And since I've been here, I'm docking, I'm handling the boat, I think, pretty good, and having fun.
And we have some who are supporting members, and that's another thing people could volunteer to do. Necessarily have to go out in the boat and be part of the active crew if that's
Right.
not for them, but they can
Right.
be part of the whole organization and help us with the training and with the equipment and all the gear in the boat.
Right.
I've been here just a little over 12 years.
Almost 1 year.
And I got 4 months. I love it.
What's the best part?
One would obviously say being out on the boat and lots of training.
Being out on the boat and the training for sure. It's a great crew.
I have to say the training that we get with the RCM-SAR is beyond comparison. I volunteer my time in exchange for getting the training I do.
And a good group of guys and girls.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Contact them for more information. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or give us a thumbs up.